What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great and amazing day. In today's video, I'm coming to you guys with my November wrap up. So, of course my phone's over there. Okay, so it's currently November 29th. Have 2 days till it's December, and I have a feeling the book that I'm currently reading I won't finish by the time this video should be uploaded. So it's probably just going to be added on into my December TBR. But yeah, you guys, November was a struggle. Let me just say that your girl was struggling, okay? And when I say and I told you guys a little bit about this in my reading vlog. I told you guys how it's been on and off as far as like books that I've been enjoying reading. Like every odd number of books I've been reading has been a miss for me, and every even number has been a hit. I have DNF'd so many books this month, it doesn't make any type of sense. And before I was feeling a little down about it, a little sad, but as of now I'm not even like stressing about it no more, because at the end of the day I just want to read books that I enjoy, that make me feel good, that make me feel a way that I'm supposed to be feeling. You feel what I'm saying? So if it's not giving what it needs to be giving, then I'm just DNFing it, ghosting it, and going on about my merry way, okay? Because I don't have time. So yeah, as of this month I've read 8 books. I read 8 books this month, which is way more than last month, which it's double. I read 4 books October, so I read 8 books this month. So yeah, and 3 of the books are a part of a series. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and get right into the video. Sorry if you guys can hear barking, it's my dog. But anyways, you guys, so the very first book that I finished this month was First Love. I hope you guys can see it. This is by Tia Rain. This is like what, my 4th book? Okay, this is my 4th book from Tia Rain, and I have to say, she has not missed, she has not disappointed me yet. I love it. I love it. I think I gave this book 4 stars or 4.5 stars. Now, let me explain. The only reason I gave it that many stars and not a 5-star read, even though I really did enjoy this book, it was mostly because it kind of, I don't want to say supported or promoted, but infidelity was definitely in this book, and it did happen between the 2 main characters. And one thing I could say about her is that she definitely, because I'm someone who does not like infidelity in books. I get so mad. I don't know if I get mad at the infidelity or if I get mad at how some of the people react towards it. I know everybody reacts towards it differently, but I'm just like, girl, suck it in the throat and keep it moving. But some ways, sometimes they don't be reacting how they like them to react. So one thing I can say for the most part, she definitely did a good job at me forgetting that the infidelity was even happening between the 2 main characters, because I was rooting for them, and then I was like, dang, wait, but they are like, well, he was actually doing the infidelity because he was the one engaged, the main character. But nonetheless, I was just like, I had totally, that just slipped my mind that it was going on. I was too busy like rooting for them, and then I was like, dang, they are cheating on some people, so maybe I shouldn't be rooting for it. But I mean, I couldn't help it, y'all. I couldn't help it. But that's pretty much why I gave it 4 stars or 4.5 stars, to be honest with you, because I was just like, I can't be rooting for that. That's wrong. And I'm a firm believer. You lose them how you get them. You know that saying, is that how it goes? No! You get them how you lose them. That's how it goes. I am a firm believer of that. If you get somebody some dirty way, you're going to lose them the same exact way. So it's just like... But anyways, let me just go ahead and read you guys a synopsis. It says, 8 years ago, Zora Henderson ran away from the man she loved and the family that forced her to have an abortion. Tragedy brings her back home to South Carolina. Can she face the family and the town that betrayed her? And what of the men that she left behind? Zora also has a secret, one that may have her on the run again. So basically, that is a synopsis of the book. That's such a vague synopsis for what goes on. It is so many things that go on in this book. Another thing I want to make a point of, I hate her family, I hate his family, I hate the town. They're all trash. All of them. ghetto, don't like them, can't stand them, period. The only people I like are 3 characters, but I'm not going to tell y'all who. Well, 4 characters. I like 4 characters, but I ain't going to tell y'all who, because that kind of spoils. Because it's definitely a plot, it's some plot twists up in this book. Y'all, just give it a try. Just give it a try. It got some spicy scenes, it got drama. It does have trigger warning, so I would definitely say like trigger warning is like racism, infidelity, and a whole bunch of other crap. It's some trigger warnings in this book, but I definitely think it is a good read. You definitely should try it. I actually read this on my Kindle and I loved it so much, so I ended up deciding just to go and buy the physical copy because I wanted it on my bookshelf. So yeah, this was the first book I completed this month, and this was First Love by Tia Rain. Okay, guys, so I told you guys how like every, was it odd or even? No, it was every odd number of books was a complete miss. I did not like them. I don't even remember the books that I stopped reading. Because, well, I do remember. No, I do. I think it's, I tried to jump into The Last Party by Claire McIntosh. I showed you guys that in my reading blog. I did, and I told you guys how I stopped reading it because I just wasn't feeling it. But actually I read that book after I read this book, and this is the book that I actually liked. I'm gonna put it in quotation marks because it had potential. I still finished it, but I still feel some type of way about it. So basically the second book in this video is The Lifestyle by Taylor Han. Can you guys see? Okay. That's the book. I hope you guys saw that. But this is also the book I added on in my book of the month subscription. I can't speak. Subscription. I added this book on because it was giving me what I thought it was giving. It was giving me spice. And let me tell you, when I say this book had potential, I mean as like, I liked it everything but the main character. And that's the thing that gets me. I've never read a book where the main character, well, let me take it back. Scratch that. I actually have read books where the main character is so freaking annoying and I can't stand them. But this book, it was just crazy to me because I liked it majority of the other characters except for the main character. And it's annoying to say that because you're reading the story from the main character's point of view. So it got really annoying having to constantly hear her just talking because she is a fucking bitch. Point blank period. Nobody can argue with me that this girl was not a bitch. And I was like, was that the goal of the author to make her a bitch? Or was that the goal? Because if that was the goal, then I might have to give it a good 5-star, 4-star. But if that wasn't your goal, sis, I gotta give you a 3-star because she was in fact a bitch. Like, first let me read y'all synopsis, okay? So it says, Georgina Wagman has it all. A great marriage, a great job at a prestigious law firm, and great friends. She's living the life she always wanted and everything is perfect. Until, that is, she walks in on her husband Nathan in an uncompromising position with a junior associate. Georgina has a moment of crisis, but divorce is not a part of her 5-year plan. So she comes up with an idea to save her marriage and recapture the spark. She and Nathan are going to become swingers. Georgina isn't going to embark on this adventure alone, though. Her friends Felix and Nora and their respective partners decide to tag along for the ride. They've got relationship woes on their own that swinging just might fix. Georgina, convinced Felix and Nora along together, is thrilled. What better way to reignite romance between two people destined to be together together than a swingers party? Her plan is foolproof until she runs into a college ex at the first party. When they reconnect, Georgina will find herself torn between her head and her heart, with her very happiness hanging in the balance. Full of heart and humor, The Lifestyle is the most fun Emma retelling since Clueless. Basically, that is the synopsis. And again, it has potential. Like, doesn't that sound good to you guys? If you like spicy reads, even though the spice in this book was very limited, it wasn't even as spicy, as I thought it was going to be. So I'm just like, but it was still good story. It was still good drama. But the character one thing I can say that really annoyed me about her is that she made certain situations about feminism when it was no need for feminism to be even inserted in the situation right there. Like, it was just like her being just, she was doing the most at times and not doing the most at times when she needed to do the most. Like, it was just confusing. I did not like I did not like Georgina. I did not like her at all. It's just the way she reacted. Like, as you guys know from the synopsis, she ends up catching her husband having an affair on her, and the way she reacted towards the girl who was having the affair with her husband was just like, I'm not saying I was expecting her to go like bam, you feel me? Like, she didn't have to go toe to toe with her or nothing like that, but I'm just like, girl, you was not, this is not how, no. It's a no for me. The way I think you should, listen, I think you guys should check it out. I think you guys should give it a chance for yourself. Maybe it's just me, but I did not like Georgina. I liked everybody else. I liked it, Felix. I liked it, Nora, because that's her friend. Felix was also her friend as well. She was just such a bitch. The way she basically kind of ruined their relationship too. She ruined Felix's and Nora's relationship, because again, it shows you guys in the synopsis how they had like a little thing going on when they were younger. Well, I know they had a thing in the past when they was like going to law school and stuff like that, but Georgina was pussy blocking, and it's just like, girl, what are you doing? And then had the audacity to try to, like, she's trying to get them back together, but they have their own partners. Like, Nora's married and Felix has a girl, and you're trying to like break that up so you can get them back together because you ruined them being together when they were younger. It was like, girl, you doing the most. I do not like her, did not care for her, but I did like the story. I liked it. I would definitely try and check out more of Taylor Hand's writing, because she's actually a lawyer as well, so that's really crazy. But if she ever writes anything, like, I liked it, something reading about like a fiction swinger type thing, romance, where you're supposed to not catch feelings, you're just supposed to be trying to have fun and explore, but then you end up catching feelings. I like something like that. I liked it. I really did. If you guys know any books that are similar to this, but like where the main character is not trash, please comment down below these book recommendations, because baby, it was good. I think I gave it like a 3.5 stars. I might up it to a 4, because I really did enjoy it. I just didn't like, I hated the parts when we had dialogue with Georgina and the girl that was having the affair with her husband. When we had those type of dialogue, because you will have those dialogues, girl, I was like, I don't want to hear this or read this. I was sometimes wanting to breeze through it because I ain't want to read it, because I just didn't like how Georgina was with that situation. It was just too much. But nonetheless, I think I gave it like 3.5 stars. So yeah, this is the second book that I ended up finishing this month. Alright, you guys, so now the third book that I finished this month is the book that I read on my Kindle. You guys should know about this book because I showed you guys this book in my reading vlog, and it is, oh, I also want to mention how I completely forgot to upload the picture in that reading vlog video. So I was really like, here's the picture right here, and I looked at the video, I was like, I did not even put a picture there. But this time, I'm for real, I'm going to put a picture, like for real. I'm going to put a picture right here of what the book looks like. Sins of the Father by Smoggy. I ended up finishing that book on my Kindle and in that vlog. I'm also put it right here just so you can see. Can you see? Hope y'all see that. But anyways, I'm gonna still put a picture right here. Y'all, 5 stars. I already told you guys how I felt about this book, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail, because if you guys want to know my full opinion and how much I love that book, definitely make sure you check out my video, my reading vlog video, which I'll put somewhere up in the cards above. If you guys want to check that video out, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But girl, 5 stars. I need to buy the actual physical copy so I can put it on my bookshelf. I do want to also continue reading some more of Smoggy's work, so be on the lookout for that. I will be reading some more of her stuff very soon. But yeah, Sins of the Father, third book I finished this month, and it was 5 stars. 10 out of 10, recommend. Chef kiss. Alrighty guys, so the fourth book that I ended up finishing this month, was actually a book that I recorded. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. I originally recorded myself doing a swapping screen time for reading time video. I ended up deleting all of that because I didn't like the footage. I recorded too much, and I look at so many other videos on YouTube and how they're like 20-something minutes long, 30 minutes at most. Girl, I had all the put in like 2 days worth of videos of me doing that challenge, and it was already at 40 minutes. I was like, oh hell no, like I can't. And I don't know how much you guys like long videos. I'm gonna try to get better at editing my videos down to like a very like a good time where you guys can keep, you know, watching and like it, you know, and not be like no hour-long video. But so I ended up uploading that. I'm just gonna do another reading challenge, but yeah. But in that video, I did record me talking about this book, which was Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors. You guys probably can't see that, hopefully. Okay, bam. So this is the 4th book that I completed this month. Y'all, this book, I understand the hype towards the book and why so many people will like this book. I can go ahead and read you guys the synopsis if you don't know. It basically says, things have been wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. Every anniversary, the couple exchange traditional gifts, paper, cotton, pottery, tin, and each year, Adam's wife writes him a letter that she never lets him read until now. Self-confessed workaholic and screenwriter Adam Wright has lived with face blindness for his whole life. He can't recognize friends or family or even his own wife, and Amelia is sick of feeling unseen. When Adam and Amelia went a weekend away to Scotland, it might be just what their marriage needs. They both know this weekend will make or break their relationship, but they didn't randomly win this trip. One of them is lying and someone doesn't want them to live happily ever after. 10 years of marriage, 10 years of secrets, and an anniversary they will never forget. So that is a synopsis for this book. I felt so many things. I enjoyed this book. It kept me on my toes. It got me to the point that my next book of the month order, your girl got like 2 thrillers up in there. I am enjoying the thrillers, and I'm gonna give, that's a little hint for next week video. Will it be next week? It'll be sometime soon. I'll be recording a video around thrillers. I'm gonna just leave that with y'all right there. But I enjoyed this book, but it was just some little holes in the story that didn't make sense to me, and I don't want to spoil it because again, not everybody's read this book. But if you guys would like for me to do a whole entire video with spoilers talking about this book, then please, you know, comment down below. And no, the light is making it so white so you can't see. But if you guys would like that, please comment down below and I will, because it was just a lot of stuff going on. It was a lot of twists and turns, and I kind of caught on to what was going on. I kind of put it in the wrong format though. I kind of should have just swapped it around a little bit, but it's still some little holes in the story to me that don't make any sense to how it all played out in the end. So I think I gave it, like, because it was some good things as far as mystery goes, but then it was some other things that didn't make sense. I think I still gave this a 3.5. I think I gave this a 3.5. It was some things that weren't clicking. They didn't make sense as far as Adam go and his face blindness. Some things just didn't make sense to me. I don't want to go too deep because I know everybody hasn't read this, and it is a really good book. It is a very interesting book. It will keep you in the book to the very end, and so much so that I do have another Alice Feeney book that I do want to read. So you could definitely be expecting that to be in my December TBR because I do want to read that. But yeah, it's just I don't know. Let me say this: I feel like sometimes if you have to go and look at videos on YouTube to kind of get an explanation of what you read, then I don't know if the author themselves did a very good job at explaining things, or if I'm just a little slow in the head. But I'm just saying, I definitely in fact had to go on YouTube to try to get more explanation of the ending of the book. Let me say that, because some things didn't make total sense, you know. Maybe, like, that's the thing, it was either a 3.5 or a 4.5 for me, because I feel like it was really good and it kept me interested the whole time, but at the same time it's so confusing. So I feel like if I get like a good explanation of what's confusing me about the story and it makes sense to me, then it'll be like, okay, this is like a 5-star. But it's just not there because there's certain things I need answers to when it comes to this book. But yes, this was This was the 4th book that I read this month. So again, Alice Feeney, rock, paper, scissors. Alright you guys, so the 5th book that I ended up finishing this month was The Dare by Harley Laroux. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name, y'all. This is what the book looks like. Okay, so I actually unboxed this for you guys in my unboxing, Amazon unboxing. I finished this in a day. This might be my first book I've ever read where I finished it in a day. So, I mean, yes, it was small, but I don't care. I'm still proud. I'm not a fast reader by any chance. I take you know, some time to read. So, I'm not that fast. But, what did I give this? Because I have my reading journal here right with me. So, let me check. For my reading journal, I ended up rating this a 4-star. Now I need to rethink it. It wasn't like it was bad. Again, this is a smut read, if you can't tell. I can read you guys the synopsis. It basically says, Jessica Martin is not a nice girl. As prom queen and captain of the cheer squad, she ruled her school mercilessly, looking down her nose at everyone she deemed unworthy. The most unworthy of them all, the freak Manson Reed, her favorite victim. But a lot changed after high school. A freak like him never should have ended up at the same Halloween party as her. He never should have been able to beat her at a game of drink or dare. Losing the game means taking the dare. A dare to serve Mason for the entire night as his slave. Nothing's wrong with him, you guys. So, okay. Entire night as his slave. It's a dare that Jessica prides and curiosity won't allow her to refuse. What ensues is a dark game of pleasure and pain, fear and desire. Is it only a game or revenge? Only a dare? Excuse me, is it only a game, only revenge, only a dare, or is it something more? So basically, it's a little smut read. I gave this 4 stars, but I'm not gonna lie, I probably won't give this a 3, 4, 5. Just because, I mean, I think I gave it 4 stars because I read another smut book that was very small like this, and I feel like this one was better than that one, so that's why I rated that this one 4 stars. Because I mean, it was good. The smut was okay. It wasn't, you know, sometimes that's why I try to wait to the very end of the month to like give my full ratings of books that I've read, because I feel like at the time when I read them, I sometimes might either give them a very low rating than what they deserve or a higher rating than what they deserve, and I feel like I gave this one a higher rating than what it deserves. I don't think it's 4 stars now. I'm gonna knock it down to a 3.5. It's not bad. What I like Manson Reed. I liked his character. I really did enjoy him, as he was supposed to be like, I guess you can say, grungy, you know, emo type guy. I liked him. I liked his character. I really did. I liked him more than I liked the girl. I mean, she wasn't bad, but she wasn't like him. I liked him. So I think that's why I gave it, because the smut scenes weren't bad. The actual plot of it wasn't bad. And I liked him, so I think that's why I gave it a 4 stars. But 3.5, 3.75, I think it would be my final rating for this book. But yeah, this is the 5th book I read. I just wanted something small, simple, and easy, and I was in the mood for some smut, so this is the only book that I had. So yeah, 3.75 stars, my 5th book. Again, this is The Dare by Harley Laroux. I don't know. I've never pronounced her name right in none of the videos I've talked about her. So, yeah. How about you guys? Oh, sorry. My nose was itchy. And last but not least, the very last book. Well, I have 3 more books to show you guys, but it's basically in this one entire book. The Mindfuck series. Yes. This book has 5 books in it. And I have read 3 out of the 5 stars. I actually ended up finishing the 3rd book as of today, as of the day I'm recording it. So when I start back to reading, I'll be picking back up on, I will be picking back up on book 4. So yeah, I'll be picking back up on that book. So I finished book 1, 2, and 3. Book 1 was, it was The Risk. Book 2 is Sidetracked, and then book 3 is Scarlet Angel. And it's basically about this girl named Lana, or Lena. Is it Lana? Lena. Lena. Lana. I say Lena. I'm gonna call Lena and Logan. So Lena is basically a murderer. She's killing people. She's not just killing them, she's butchering them, like tearing them up, and she's torturing them for days. So like they're not just dying right then and there. She's torturing them for like 2 to 3 to 4 days and letting them die slowly, so they can experience the pain that she had endured from these same people when she was younger. She's basically trying to get revenge for herself, her brother, and her father. They were all in this very small town that basically turned their backs on them and just did some terrible things to them when they were young. So she got, well, the thing about it is, because again, this also explains it in the synopsis, so I'm not really spoiling anything, but everybody who done her wrong had been under the impression that she was dead, but she's not dead. She has been, I guess, reborn, as you would say. But the thing about it is, they ruined her up so bad that she doesn't even look the same, so she had to like endure cosmetic surgery. So they don't know it's her. They don't even remember how she looks or anything about her. But yeah, your girl's out here butchering people limb from limb, cutting off their stuff, you know. She's mostly murdering men. All of them, her murder victims are men. And so, you know, she's cutting off their junk. Yeah. And so while that's going on, then you have another point of view, which is Logan, who is an FBI agent, and he is in the same city, same state that she is murdering these people. And so he's on this verge of trying to solve this mystery as like who is butchering these men up and cutting off their junk and blase. And not only is he trying to discover information as far as that case goes, but he's also solving other cases, which I really enjoy in this book, that it's not all just about that one case, because again, they are not even sure who's killing these men. They're under the impression that it's this really big guy that is murdering these men. They're not even under the impression or thinking that it could be a woman that's doing this. So I really enjoyed how the author did it, where it's just not one whole murder mystery, but it's other ones that he's trying to solve. And as far as their whole thing goes, because it is kind of like a romance slash thriller type thing, Lana and Logan are kind of like dating. Yes, they're dating. Yes, he's an FBI agent. Yes, she's a murderer. And yes, they're dating. And no, they don't know. Well, she knows he's an FBI agent, but he doesn't know that she's the one who's killing a lot of the people who he's trying to figure out why they're dying and who was killing them. Yeah, he don't know that. So did I mention that? Yeah. So that's what's pretty much going on. And in this book, the 3 books, in the very first one, you know, it shows you how they meet, how they like start to form a relationship. And then they also, I like how it also kind of goes into details, like how, because she has a lot of people on her list who she's trying to like take out, and so at some point they kind of go into detail of her like going through the procedure, I guess you could say, of her basically taking these men out. I kind of like that. So it's not just like, okay, he's dead, you know. Some of it is, but also she has scenes in it where she's actually going step by step taking the men out, or taking some of the men, you know what I'm saying. And so yeah, that's pretty much what it consists of. And it's also about trying to uncover what exactly happened to her brother, and her dad when they was in this small town. Like, what happened, why is she even feeling the need to do this? And basically you want to unravel it. You want to try to figure out what's exactly going on and what happened to her to make her turn into wanting to go and kill all these people, or kill all these men, I should say. So yeah, that's pretty much what the base of the whole entire series is about. And that's pretty much what the 3 books have been about. It's also had little subplots in it about like because she has a friend, what's his name, Jake? Is it Jake? Jack? My memory, I'm not even gonna guess it. She has a best friend who was actually helping her. You know, he's like a techie nerd type guy who's doing all the tech stuff behind everything for her, because he also lived in this town and he also endured some abuse from these people. So yeah, it's a little bit of subplots that happen in the story, but it all ties in so well, and I honestly really am enjoying this book. I gave all 3 of the books 5 stars. Yes, and again, when I jump back into this later on, I'll be jumping back on the 4th book. So yeah, I should be talking about the other 2 books in my December TBR, because I'll be finishing those up and starting those in December. Well, I'm starting the 4th book now, but I'm gonna incorporate it in my December TBR. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the books I have read this month. I have read 3 books in the Mindfuck series. I was reading The Dare. I also read Rock, Paper, Scissors. Again, sorry you can't see. It's just showing very white on my camera. Then I also read The Sins of the Father. Hope you guys saw that. Then I also read The Lifestyle by Taylor Hand. This is again for my Book of the Month pick, or my Book of the Month add-on. And then last but not least, which was my first book, was First Love by Tia Rae. So yes, those were all the books I read this month. It wasn't as bad as last month. I mean, last month wasn't that bad. I just read a lot of Harry Potter books. And, you know, I was busy with school, so it was like a lot going on. But nonetheless, I think I did a good. I started so many books. So I read 8. Your girl probably started. I probably started like 4 other books this month that I did not finish. Like, I know one of them was A Lady for a Duke. I did not finish that one. The Last Party by Clara McIntosh. I did not finish that one. Rafe. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Didn't finish that one. That's 3 right there. So yeah, your girl has started a lot of books and just didn't finish them. But I mean, at the end of the day, from now on, I'm not even going to beat myself up on like not finishing books. It's all going to be about just reading books that I enjoy, that make me happy and make me feel good. So if I don't finish them, I don't finish them. It is what it is. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also make sure you turn on your notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. And also make sure you guys leave some comments down below as to what type of videos you would like to see. Would you like to see me do some challenges, some more reading vlogs, some book reviews on certain books? Please let me know down in the comments down below. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!